World's largest brick and mortar retailer, Emma.
Yes, Walmart says it's going to significantly ramp up the use of robots in stores and warehouses, expected to boost sales by $130 billion over the next 5 years. Dan Geltrud is an accounting professor at Montclair State University. Brandon Arnold is executive vice president of the National Taxpayers Union. Gentlemen, welcome. Dan, let me start with you. Is this the future of retail? Robots?
Absolutely. It's the future of everything. Look, everyone has been talking about artificial intelligence in all aspects of our lives, particularly as it pertains to how businesses are going to evolve. So I think Walmart now focusing in on this, and they have the resources to do this, is to take a huge step in that direction. We have seen other major companies, not quite the size of Walmart, Bed Bath & Beyond being one of them, that really got behind the trend of where technology was going in that particular case with online retail. I don't see that for Walmart here. I think they recognize this is the future, and it's not following the trend, but leading the trend.
Interesting to see, to point out again, what the pictures we're showing are actual robots at Walmart. This would be a custodial robot, if you will, going around cleaning. So perhaps this is a job that you would have.
In terms of a small budget and low taxes, even with some of the lowest.
We've got his audio, so that
our $109 billion budget yielded.
We'll continue to follow that. But however,
surplus,
again, what you're seeing here, people may lose some of their jobs too. Is that a concern, Brandon?
It is, and some of this is also driven, of course, by some of the policies that we've seen coming from the left. When you see a push for a higher minimum wage, when you see a push for a 32-hour work week or a 4-day work week, which is certainly in effect, we're seeing that push here in my home state of Maryland. There have been bills in Congress to do just that. What you're doing is accelerating this transition from a human workforce to one of automation. So that is pushing the trend, which would exist anyway, but is accelerating the trend that we're seeing. And we're going to see lower wage jobs start to disappear even more than they already have. And what we need to do is make sure that we have adequate training to make sure that these people that are currently in lower wage jobs can move up to middle wage jobs and improve their standard of living. So there's not necessarily a horror story here, but we need to be prepared for this transition, and we shouldn't force it along even faster with bad labor policies.
Well, Brandon, you almost brought in an element of politics, right? We've heard of this press for a national minimum wage and increase to it. And John, that makes me wonder, what's the status of that campaign, and could we see that set within the coming years or so?
Look, the minimum wage right now in many states is $15 an hour. A lot of people are pressuring for it to go to $20 an hour. I think it would be a lot better to recognize there are a lot of people in this country on the margins. There are people who might have some learning disabilities. There are people who might have some physical disabilities. Rather than have them sit home and collect disability checks, many of them would be happy if they were able to go out and do something, but they might not be worth $15 or $20 an hour. So I think that this acceleration to robots, yes, I agree with the speaker from the National Taxpayers Union. It's coming, but let's not push it along and marginalize people who, just for the dignity of work and for the opportunity to contribute to society, because they aren't worth the minimum wage, they're being sidelined.
All right, Dan Geltrud, Brandon Arnold joining us live again for our Wall Street segment. We do appreciate that. John, stick around.
Thank you, gentlemen. All right, we are